If you're getting annoyed at the slow growth rate of your SMMA, then even just making one of these mistakes could be holding you back. And how do I know this? Because I made every single one of them, and when I changed, things improved a lot. Mistake number one, not having proper follow-ups before the meeting. I remember whenever I booked my first 5 meetings, I was super excited to finally have some on my calendar. What I didn't realize is 4 out of the 5 people would never show up. I just assumed that if we booked a meeting, we were good and everybody would show up to the meetings. That could be further from the truth. But the problem wasn't them, it was me. And you're probably thinking, how is it my fault? Shouldn't they be showing up to something they committed to? Yes, but no. My show up rate was super low up until the point when I finally implemented a system where I would consistently follow up with my booked appointments through emails and text messages, reminding them about the date and time of our scheduled meeting. And also throughout these flows, I share valuable pieces of content such as videos, articles, and even my results. And if you don't remember anything else from this video, I want you to please write this down because this honestly changed my show up rate drastically. 24 hours before your meeting, you want to send them an automated text message asking them to confirm the scheduled time and date for the meeting by replying to the message. And make sure at the end of the message say, if you don't reply to this message, I'll go ahead and cancel our meeting. This was honestly so good to implement. I rarely get stood up now, and I honestly wished I knew this during my Tinder days. Our second mistake is not being consistent with outreach. And this goes for DMs, cold calls, emails, whatever outreach you do, this goes for everything. I remember when I first started, I would go absolutely crazy and send up to 150 DMs in back-to-back days, and for the rest of the days of the week I would send maybe 30 or 50 DMs. If you look at things from the bigger picture, I was missing out on up to 500 people every single week by not being consistent with my outreach. What helped me honestly is setting an achievable goal that I would reach every single day. I started by sending 50 DMs consistently every single weekday, and I would never miss a single day. I built up that habit, and now I'm consistently sending always over 100 DMs and all the way up to 180 every single day. Also, what helps is just completely getting this done by the beginning of the day. So for example, as soon as I wake up, I just automatically get on Instagram, don't look at social media. Instead, I automatically go to my outreach accounts and get my DMs done for the day right then and there. Also, this is super important because everything you do in the past 90 days is what brings you to where you're at right now. For example, if you sent 100 DMs every day for 90 days, then you've sent 9,000 DMs. Now you can accurately gauge how many meetings and clients you'll be getting from those 90 days, and you won't be left guessing on why you booked very little meetings and closed maybe 0 or just 1 client. You understand where your limitations are, and you can continue optimizing your funnels on getting more clients, whether that's using other sources of lead generation methods or continue ramping up your current source. The third mistake I see that destroys SMMAs is not setting expectations and bad communication. I had this problem with my first clients when I promised them X amount of deals within 30 days. But one thing I failed to mention is that within the first few weeks, you typically won't see results, which is completely understandable. In my niche, you see results over time and usually after 3 or 4 weeks. But I failed to mention that to them, and every single week for the first few weeks, they were constantly texting me and calling me, asking when they're gonna start seeing results. But of course, at that point, it was kind of too late to set the expectations from there. So now during my onboarding calls, I make sure I let them know what the timeline of things would look like, when they're gonna start getting leads, when they're going to start booking appointments, and when they should start closing deals. So now if they don't see results within the first few weeks, they understand that the campaigns are just optimizing, and it's not that my marketing efforts are doing bad, but right now I'm just focusing on getting data and seeing where I can scale from there. Also, communication is key. I honestly feel so bad for my first clients. I wasn't the best at following up with messages as I already had a lot on my plate to begin with, and I may have taken 1 or 2 days to reply to the message that they would send to me because I would just get caught up in what I was doing and then just completely forget about their message. This was honestly super bad on my part, but I learned and now I consistently respond to all my messages within 30 minutes to 1 hour. This shows that you deeply care about your client and that their needs are constantly being met. Also, one thing I do that not too many people talk about is just jumping on a call with the clients and just getting to know them a little bit more, just to continually build that rapport with them and foster a long-term commitment. Like honestly, I actually just signed this one client not too long ago and we've had a few phone calls here and there, and he's super cool. He's honestly, I feel like he's like a brother to me right now, and we constantly text back and forth, not even just about my service I'm providing for him, but just about random things, honestly. Last but not least, the last mistake that could be hurting your SMMA growth is not over delivering. Of course, you always want to over deliver, but here's my secret on how I do it. First and foremost, you do need a good offer, and of course you need to have good guarantees in place, but you want to set an offer that you know you will reach and possibly reach within half the time span that you promise, so you can over deliver and provide them more results than what you promised, and you can build that excitement with them as they go beyond what you promised. Just recently, I had a client who got everything that I was offering to him within a span of 10 days, which I promised to deliver in 30. I immediately jumped on a phone call with him afterwards, and honestly, it was just super exciting all around. This is how you want to over deliver. And also, you can over deliver by just going out of your way to do random nice things that weren't even in your offer or being communicated in your expectations. For example, once they sign on with you, you can send them a gift basket or some sort of personalized gift that you know they'll love. And this is amazing because this sets the expectations that you honestly care about them, and even if you don't provide results within the first few weeks, they'll remember that gift that they didn't ask for and know that they're in good hands. Let me know if you made any of these mistakes in the comments down below, and if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.